Ooh, I like Billy Joel. How'd you know that? We didn't start the fire. I like that. What a way to start a Wednesday night. Billy Joel. And if you have any Sirius XM, that's on channel 70 right now. But welcome to Talking Baseball with me, Sal Angeletti, and my co-host, of course,
Carl McCluskey.
What's going on, pal?
How are you?
Weather's beautiful. We're always here live on Facebook. HamiltonRadio.net, channel Deuce. Iron Horse Film Studio, Hamilton Radio, right here in beautiful Robbinsville, New Jersey. And the weather's... I almost went into the whole Gilligan's Island theme, but the weather's not getting rough and the tiny ship thing got lost just yet. But it was cold over the weekend.
Yes,
Hope everybody had a safe Halloween. And everybody went trick-or-treating. It's funny, I went trick-or-treating. And being I had to work Saturday night at the Haunted Hayride thing, I dressed up in my Undertaker costume when I was giving out candy to the kids as they were walking on my block. It was kind of cute. A lot of people recognized who I was and what character I was, but it was great. And welcome aboard to another Wednesday edition of Talking Baseball with me, Sal Angeletti, and my partner Carl. Well, let me tell you, a lot of guys will let go by their teams this past week. Of course, Sunday was the deadline to take the qualifying offers. The Yankees did qualify theirs to Mr. Le Machine, DJ LeMahieu, and let's just hope he takes it. You know, the Yankees will be lost without him if he doesn't take it. Who was let go was Brett Gardner, Jay Happ. That was a surprise. I thought the Gardy party would have lasted in the Bronx just a little while longer, but apparently it didn't. Jay Happ was a surprise. I thought the Yankees would have, but they gave their qualifying offer to Zach Britton, who was pretty good last year out of the bullpen. And, you know, a lot of surprises. Charlie Morton was let go.
Yes.
By the Rays, and he's 37 years old. And Ryan Braun of the Milwaukee Brewers.
Also correct.
Did not get picked up. He's also 37 years old, and if he's going to talk to the GM, because I guess they're good friends, but do you see... He said he's not going to rush his decision. He's going to take some time with his family, think about it. Maybe he'll come back. Maybe he'll retire. But he had a couple of good years. You know.
Yeah, with everybody who's up in that age, they're going to take a couple months to see what's going on with the pandemic. Because if they're going to be doing this starting spring training again and then shutting it down for like 3 months, then it makes no sense for them to do that. So they'll probably
let's.
I say by maybe beginning of February they'll talk to the clubs and see what's going on with the with the Brewers and whoever was let go with the other teams. They'll talk to their own clubs and maybe they'll talk with the league and see what's going on, if they're going to start spring training on time in the second week of February with pitchers and catchers, and then 5 days later for the full squad workouts. It's all you're going to find out if it's going to be like it was in the beginning when it was in March. Then they're not going to. They're not going to do nothing. Those guys will stay retired because they're not going to go stop for 3 months and 2 weeks, and then you're going to get hurt like everybody else did.
Yeah,
so far this year.
A lot of people did get hurt if they started in this crazy 60-game schedule.
And that's why they don't want to cut you off. That's why they're releasing everybody because
Right.
they don't have the money. They lost so much money this past season. They're saying they may not even have the money next year. They might struggle again if they're not allowing.
Baseball did lose a lot of money.
If they don't let some partial fans into the stadiums starting in April, then they're gonna have to do the same thing. That's why they're cutting payroll.
Right. So I was watching Hot Stove this morning on MLB Network as I was sitting having my cup of Java in the Freehold Mall there, and I'm listening to them, and Heyman came on,
Okay.
and not Heyman, some other guy. I can't think of his name offhand. They were talking about
What, Viducci?
no, it was Verducci and
Was it Rosenthal? Who was it?
it was Verducci and the usual guy Reynolds.
No, it's Reynolds and Vasgersian.
Vasgersian was on, but some other guy was on. I don't know who he was. Can't think
Okay.
of his name.
Okay.
And what happened was they were talking about the World Series and they were talking
Right.
about Kevin Cash.
Right.
The guy goes, and Verducci was like, okay, why blame the manager? It wasn't the manager's fault for pulling Snell.
Yes, it is.
They said it's the higher-ups, the front office people, and then, unfortunately, Cash has got to be the executioner and set out with said, like, they call him on, like Steinbrenner used to do, call on the guy on the phone and go, pull him. Now, getting to that, if the people in the office never played on that field downstairs, they shouldn't say a word.
No.
Sit back, collect your money, go get the plays you need for your team, and that is it.
See, what I would do is, if I was Cash, I would say this: you sign the players, you recruit, you sign the players.
Right,
I manage the club on the field.
right.
If you're going to tell me when to pull and when not to pull, I don't want to be your manager. Get somebody else who wants to do it.
And Steinbrenner was known for calling the Yankees dugout during games.
Then no, no. You're there to manage a club. That's it. You keep the people that work in the office should never affect the people on the field.
Right.
And if they want to do that, I don't want the job. Get somebody else.
Then if they want to do that, the people in the offices, get your ass downstairs in the dugout, and you become the manager of the
Correct.
team if you know what you're doing.
Right, and you think it's so easy.
If you never played the game before or have an inkling about it, get these analytics.
It backfired.
Get those damn computers like this out and burn them.
It backfired on them.
Right, it cost them the World Series.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did.
You cost.
They were not touching him. He was dealing.
Right.
Let him pitch. Let him go 7. It's elimination game. If it was like, say, game 5, your series tied 2-2, or you're off 3-1, go ahead. But it's elimination game. You don't pull that crap.
You know what? We just got a message from one of our producers in the back, Mr. Gene,
Yes.
and we're going to announce this.
Okay.
Why the heck not?
Okay.
Fans, all you fans out there who are listening on Facebook Live, YouTube, and HamiltonRadio.net Channel 2, is this coming in December, I guess, Gino? Coming in December, if you have Roku TV or you stream and you have Roku, we're coming on Roku. We're going to be live on television.
Nice.
If you have Roku TV, if you have any Roku streaming device, because I had one, and unfortunately, with all the new devices that are out with streaming,
Right.
and you got the Fire Stick, you can whatever, and some people now Roku has their own TV besides the devices. There's a Roku 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever.
Okay. Nice.
4K TVs.
Okay.
Like they made fun of the honeymooners. I'm waiting for 3D TV, Alice. And Ralph got his wish. They do have 3D TV.
Nice.
And we will be on Roku TV, any Roku streaming device, Talking Baseball with Sal Angeletti. You can catch me call live in December. We'll be on your boob tube
Nice.
in December. What a nice early Christmas present for the Hamilton Radio family. You can catch all the shows check it out. You got DJ Danny. You got Jerry Petito. You got Mystery Sports Reveal Radio with Jonathan Antel and his buddy Danny on the other side. And you got who else? Who else do we got here? You got John. You got
No, you got the guys after us.
you got the guys after us. Exactly. So get your Roku TVs ready, your Roku streaming devices, because we're coming home in December to you, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
Now, do you know when in December? Do you know?
I don't know, but who cares? It's in December.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
You know, we're going to be.
Maybe we'll be on during the our hot stove for the winter meetings.
Yeah, that would be cool if we have. We'll be on Roku TV hopefully for the winter meetings. It's going to be a big show. That's coming in December when MLB hopefully has the winter meetings and nothing is canceled. We're going to be on the air and with everybody.
Nice.
We're going to have a packed house here. Probably do 2 hours on John's show and another 2 with us for joining forces for the biggest hot stove winter meeting. And the winter meetings are always great. We had fun last year, and we were predicting where we knew Cole was going to the Yankees, and we said your buddy was going to be here. Hopefully they keep him, Mr. Realmuto.
Oh, Trevor Bauer declined the option, but they're saying that he still may sign with Cincinnati.
Yeah, that was like the Gardy party, Brett Gardner. Even though the Yankees declined his offer, he might. I want to see Gardner come back to the Yankees. If they allow the fans into the stadium next year, at least let Brett come back,
right,
and say goodbye to everybody the proper way. Let him, or like they did with Tanaka.
Right.
Tanaka was there. He signed a 1-day contract. Not Tanaka. I'm sorry. Godzilla.
Okay.
What's his name?
Matsui.
Matsui signed the 1-day contract with the Yankees. I said Tanaka. Yankees declined his option, too.
Oh, I got some bad news for you.
Uh-oh.
Mike Giancarlo Stanton picked up his option. So he's got 7 more years of $215 million plus.
He wasn't going anywhere.
And
somebody said he hurt his wrist signing that deal.
And JD opted in for this coming season too.
He opted in with the Red Sox?
Yes, he did.
Did he really?
Yes, he did.
I was shocked.
Yes, he did.
Didn't think he was going to go back.
Yeah, he opted in for this year.
No, it don't matter. They can still get rid of him.
Yeah, they can.
I think Jackie Bradley said no.
Oh, okay.
I think Bradley Jr. said no because there was talks that the Mets will iron him.
Okay.
Oh, we got Mr. John Gonzalez in Sports 30s. Welcome aboard, John, as always. My buddy Paul Macchia is watching. And always we want to thank the gentleman in the back for doing this every week for us. I had a great time yesterday. I met some of the guys from my old garage. Went to Big Ed's Rib Place on Route 34. And after that, we went to Delicious Orchards for a little shopping, some coffee and donuts, and some of the apple cider donuts. It was great.
Nice.
All right, folks. We're going to get a drum roll going here at 6:30. We're going to announce your finalists for Rookie of the Year, Manager of the Year, MVP, and Cy Young.
Okay.
And away we go. Rookie of the Year finalists.
And our callers who want to call in is 609-807-2492. You have an hour and a half to call in and talk to us about any of you topics you want to talk about.
Right. You ready?
Yeah, let's go.
John, you ready out there with everybody watching on Facebook and listening on HamiltonRadio.net? Rookie of the Year finalists. One of the guys from your team.
Yes.
Who is he?
Alec Boehm.
Alec Boehm, you got it. From the San Diego Padres. Jake Cronsworth, or however you pronounce it. And the other Rookie of the Year finalist in the NL belongs to Devin Williams of the Milwaukee Brewers.
I'm a homer, so I told you he's probably going to win Rookie of the Year before he was balloted. So I think Alec Boehm's going to win Rookie of the Year.
Okay. American League Rookie of the Year. Christian Javier of the Houston Astros. Kyle Lewis of the Mariners. Lewis Roberts of the White Sox. I got to go with Roberts of the White Sox.
I don't know his stats. Can you give me info about all them, please?
I will. I will. Hold on. Hold on.
I don't know.
Manager of the Year finalists. And I got to give it to this guy. Donnie Baseball of the Marlins. David Ross of the Cubs. And can't even pronounce his name. Jace Tingler of the Padres.
They both had good years, the Marlins and the Padres. But no one expected the Marlins to get into the playoffs and win the playoff round. So if it was a full 162, they probably would have faded. But for the shortened 60, they got in.
Okay.
So I'm going to go with Donnie Baseball.
John of Sports Authorities, Mr. Gonzalez, is going with Jake from State Farm from San Diego and Lewis Roberts of the White Sox. For the American League, of course, Kevin Cash and Charlie Montalvo from the Blue Jays. I don't know how Renteria is on this, and the guy's not even with the team anymore. He's fired.
I'm going to, for the...
You got to go with Cash.
American League, I'm going with Charlie Montoya.
Oh, the Blue Jays.
Yes.
That's right. They had a phenomenal season.
I'm going to go with him.
All right. Your MVP finalist, Dodgers Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, and Manny Machado.
I'm doing with Freddie Freeman. MVP, National League.
Yep. In the American League, La Machine, DJ LeMahieu, Jose Ramirez of the Indians, and Jose Abreu of the White Sox.
Oh, man, that's tough. That's tough.
I'm going with LeMahieu. Even though the press doesn't like anybody from the Yankees, but
I like LeMahieu's. I like LeMahieu, but you have people behind him. I'm going with Abreu from the White Sox.
Okay. Cy Young for the National League is really tough.
I'm going Jake DeGrom. Is he on the list?
He's on the list.
I'm going DeGrom. He's going to three-peat.
You Darvish?
No.
Trevor Bauer.
I'm going to say DeGrom's going to three-peat. I'm going Jake DeGrom. I'm going DeGromer. I wouldn't be surprised if Bauer wins it, but I'm going DeGromer.
Okay, the American League is the guy from the Blue Jays, Aru.
Okay.
Kenta Maeda of the Twins. Shane Bieber of the Indians.
Oh, that's tough too. They all had good years. I'm gonna go. Give me Bieber's ERA against Maeda's ERA, please. Can you do that for me?
All right, hold on. We got who we going for?
Give me the ERA for Shane Bieber and Kenta Maeda. For Kenta Maeda. Give me the ERAs for both of those guys, please.
Okay, hold on.
Because I think they both had the same amount of wins.
Who is it again?
Kenta Maeda first. Let me have the ERA for him.
Okay, hold on a minute. I know he had a great year.
Yes, he did.
All right, let's see. He was 6-1 with a 2.70 ERA.
It was 2.07?
2.70. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay, 2.70. Okay, let me have Mr. Bieber. I think Bieber was like 1.5, I think. Let me have Bieber, please, Sal.
Okay, hold on a second.
I think Shane Bieber was 8-1, I think.
Yeah, I think. Shane Bieber. I wrote Justin.
Nice. Could be his brother.
That's funny. Two idiots. All right, hold on.
Okay. What you got?
I know the Yankees like mowed that whole team down. Woo! 8-1 with a 1.63 ERA.
That's what I said. It was basically a 1-5. So Beaver, it's Shane Bieber.
Yeah, John said the same thing.
Yeah, Shane Bieber. Shane Bieber.
No, who else did you say? You told me to look up something.
No, I said Bieber and
No, you said another candidate. Who was it? The Rookie of the Year guy? Roberts?
yeah. Let me look up for him because I don't know for Rookie of the Year for the American League. I don't know who he is.
Where do you go? Hold on.
I don't know none of them from the American League. I don't know who they are.
Yeah, you're a Philly fan, that's why. Loris Roberts. Yeah, daddy. All right, hold on. Here we go. Yeah, 202 at bats, 47 hits, 11 home runs. Oh, he batted at 233.
No. Give me
31 RBIs.
No, give me the guy from Houston.
Planet Houston?
Yes, from Houston.
Houston. Javier.
He was a pitcher, right?
Is he? I don't think you know what? That's another thing. A pitcher shouldn't have MVP.
Okay, let me see the stats for the Seattle guy. Give me the Seattle guy.
Oh, Lewis?
Yeah, I'm not gonna go if he's a pitcher. I'm not gonna do a pitcher. No.
Was it Kyle Lewis?
Yeah, I guess it is.
Well, hold on. Here we go. Mr. Lewis. 262.
Right.
He batted with 11 home runs and 28 RBIs.
So by default, it's him because the pitcher shouldn't be Rookie of the Year, right? Because he's getting the ball every 5 days. You know what?
Should we check him anyway?
Yeah, for shits and giggles. Do it anyway.
Christian Javier.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Christian.
If he's like if he's got a low ERA and he won a lot of games, then it's Javier. If not, then it's Kyle Lewis.
I spell. Hold on. Spell this guy's name. Give me my vision. ST. It's IAM. Everybody spells their name different. All right, here we go. Here we go. He was 5-2 with a 3.48 ERA.
Nah, I'll go Kyle Lewis for the Mariners.
It's crazy. It's insane, I tell you. Insanity.
Oh, guess who I saw yesterday on TV, Sal?
What'd you see?
He was on IT, Intentional Talk, and also on MLB Tonight. The mayor.
Which one?
Case. Sean Casey.
Oh, the Sean Casey man.
Yeah, and he was actually on IT yesterday with Chris Rose. He was sporting his Miracle League sweatshirt.
Nice.
Yeah. Yep.
Got to get him back.
Yeah.
Got to ask Sean, Mr. Casey. We want to say hello to the Miracle League family out there in South Hills, PA. Sean Casey, Timmy Gephardt. Of course, the Miracle League back here in Mercer County. The voice, Andy Williams, and the commish, Dan Schweck, and all the kids out there. Want to say hello. We haven't seen any of them in a long time. We hope all is well. We will always support the Miracle League, Mercer County, and all the kiddies out there. You know, it's crazy how the season's over already.
Yeah.
You're picking all the guys for awards, and something didn't tickle my fancy that Gio Urshela did not get a Gold Glove. The guy I think on Texas did.
Go over the Gold Glove winners.
I don't think they announced them fully yet. I think it's Friday.
Oh, it's Friday?
But they don't think. I think they gave it whatever, but they don't think Gio Urshela is going to win a Gold Glove.
Oh.
But now that you mentioned that, your team is still looking for a GM, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, so they're still looking for a GM.
I heard Didi may be coming back to the Yankees. Is that true?
If they want to give him all that money. But why are they going to...
Wait a minute there.
Why is he gonna
Here
go?
are the Gold Glove Award winner. The 2020 season featured defensive... the Rawlings Gold Glove Award winners were announced live on ESPN Tuesday night, and here are the winners. Oh, they did. I didn't know that. First base, the American League winner was Evan White of Seattle at first. Surprised the guy in Blue Jays didn't get it. National League winner was Anthony Rizzo at first. Second base winner was Cesar Hernandez of Cleveland. NL winner was Colton Wong of Seattle. Shortstop AL winner was J.P. Crawford. NL winner was Javier Baez. Oh, that was right. Third base, the Texas guy. Isaiah Kenneth, whatever. NL winner is Nolan Arenado.
That's a given.
Left field, and the guy who just retired in his last season, Alex Gordon of Kansas City.
Okay.
NL winner was Tyler O'Neill of St. Louis. Center field was the White Sox, Lewis Roberts. NL was Trent Grissom of San Diego. Joey Gallo of Texas. And Mookie Betts of the Dodgers.
Okay.
Catcher was Roberto Perez of Cleveland.
Okay.
And Barnhart of Cincinnati of the
Tucker
National.
Barnhart. Okay.
Pitcher Griffin Channing of the Angels. And Max Fried of the Atlanta Braves, one for the NL.
That's shocking that Rizzo got a Gold Glove over Freddie Freeman. Shocking. And speaking of Colton Wong, he won the National League Gold Glove for the Cardinals, and they released him too. They declined his option also.
What is going on?
They're afraid. They don't know what's going to happen for the upcoming next season, so they're trimming so much money off the payroll.
Bauer rejects qualifying offer. Wow. Marcelo Zuna. Oh, they got 8 potential suitors for Marcelo Zuna. What do you think? Let's see who the teams are. Braves, White Sox, Red Sox, Cardinals, Rangers, Astros, Twins, Padres. If you're the Braves, you got to grab this guy back.
Yes, I can see him going either back to Atlanta or he'll go back to St. Louis because he was with them last year.
Right. Right.
Stay in the National League. Stay in the National League.
Right.
You're hitting the National League. Stay in the National League.
Yeah, because they said today that they don't think the National League is going to have the DH next year.
No. Yeah, go back. Yeah, I don't like that DH crap. Nope.
Oh. New York battle brewing for Remuto. Thought he didn't want to come to New York.
I thought he said he didn't want to go to New York.
This says the Mets are expected to be one of the top suitors for Remuto, with new owner Steve Cohen looking to make immediate splash in New York.
God bless him, because you're not going to.
Why Darvish could be a trade option for the Mets. You Darvish.
God bless you. I'm telling you, if you give Realmuto all that money, you're not going to do nothing. You're not going to be able to build around DeGrom. I'm sorry.
The Mets made their qualifying offer to the man Marcus Stroman.
He's not gonna take that. Please.
You think the Mets will jump in on the Lindor trade? This guy's going to make an impact in New York. This guy Steve Cohen. He's like I said. Once he got that, he's playing poker. He's pushing the chips in the middle of that table. Well, the Mets made 2 good moves this year. They put the Wilpons on the designated assignment list.
They DFA'd him.
They DFA the Wilpons.
I could see them going after Lindor, because still the best team in the National League East is still the Atlanta Braves. They're the best team. You know.
Yep.
They're the best. They're our favorites.
Look, if you think about it, let's go back. Let's go back before they did all this realignment and putting the Astros in the American League and the Brewers staying in the National League. I remember when the East was the East. It was the Yankees, Red Sox, Orioles, Brewers, and I think the Tigers and Indians or something like that. Let's go back to when the Braves were in the National League West. They dominated the West all those years. They moved to the East. Moving to the East was the kick in the ass of the Mets.
They only dominated the National League West for 3 years. 91, 92, 93. That was it.
Yeah, when they had all those good guys.
And then at the 93 season, they moved them into the National League East. In 94, they weren't going to win a division. It was going to be the Expos.
Right. 94, we would have had an Expos-Yankees World Series. Because the Yankees were those 2 teams that they were just like knocking it out of the park.
There was no wild card with was there a wild card? No, you had
95 was the first, wasn't it? Yeah, because the Yankees won the first wild card.
No, but
in 95.
There was only 3 divisions in
right, they didn't have the wild card yet.
In 94?
Right, because the Yankees won the first wild card, won the first American League wild card winners in 95.
So how would they done how would they have done the playoffs system then in 94 if there was no strike? Look up standings for 1994.
Yeah, you got it.
Let's go back to old school. Let's see how they would have done the playoff system. I don't know how they would have been able to do it.
All right, hold on. All right, hold on. We're going to start with 1994. The National League Central.
Okay.
The Reds were in first place.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Followed by the Astros at 5 games out. The Pirates with 13 games out. The Cardinals with 13 games out. And the Cubs with 16 and a half.
Okay. At the moment of the strike, what was the record?
They didn't give records here.
Okay.
In the West was the Dodgers, Giants, Rockies, and Padres.
Okay.
Dodgers led.
Okay.
Giants with 3.5 out. Rockies with 6.5, and the Padres with 12.5.
Right.
The East was the Nationals, Expos really.
Yeah.
They led that division by 6 over the Braves.
Right.
18 over the Mets, 28.5 over the Phillies, and 23.5 over the Marlins.
So how would you have had Who would have been the fourth team though? Who would have been the fourth team if there was no?
Okay, hold on. Let's go to the American League.
Yeah.
Yankees, followed by the Orioles with 6.5. Blue Jays was 16. Red Sox was 17 out. The Tigers were 18. The Central, the White Sox won it by a game over the the Indians, 4 over the Royals, 14 over the Twins, 15 over the Brewers.
Right.
Rangers won that division by 1 over the Athletics, 2 over the Mariners, and 5.5 over the Angels. So we really didn't have an expansion yet because there was still 4 in the West there. 1, 2, 3, 5 in the Central and 5 in the East.
Okay.
So you had 5, 10, you had 14 in the American League. Same thing.
Yeah.
So
28 teams.
Yeah, you didn't have the 30 yet.
No, but how? Who would? If there was no strike, okay, who would have been the fourth team in each league? Because you had the 3 divisional winners. Who would have been? Because I don't think they would have announced who. I could go back into research, okay, on Google it, and see who would have been the fourth playoff team in each
hold
league.
on.
How would they handle that?
Let's see if they even had the wild card back. You know what? You could be right. Maybe they were going to implement it. You're right.
Okay.
The new system was instituted in 1994, but first used in 95 because of the players' strike.
Okay.
So we would have had a wild card.
Okay.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
Okay.
You're absolutely right.
So the Braves
yes.
Braves would have won the wild card because they won over 70 games.
So there were There were a couple of teams tied with the same record
Right.
in the American League. So
Okay, well, I'm gonna check on my phone and see the standings record-wise for the 1994 season. Hold on.
all right. So hold on. So the Reds had that division in the Central with the Dodgers, and then the Nationals would have been. The Giants would have been the wild card in the National League.
Hold on.
And it would have been. The Athletics would have been going to war with the Indians for the wild card. Because they both finished a game out in their respective divisions.
Hold on.
Yeah, the records.
Hold on.
We all the records. Record?
I got no service here. What the fuck?
I got it.
I got it. Okay.
I got it.
All right. Yeah. What you got, Sal?
Oh, the Indians would have won the wild card.
Okay.
All right, we'll go through it. The Yankees, I guess because of the strike, Yankees was 70-43.
Okay.
The White Sox was 67-46.
Okay.
And the Rangers were 52-62. The Indians were 66-47, so they would have won the wild card.
Okay.
The National League, the Expos were 74-40. Oof,
Okay.
they were stacked. The Reds were 66-48, and the Dodgers were 58-56. Wow.
Okay.
The Braves would have won the wild card.
How many wins did the Braves have?
68-46.
Yeah, the Braves would have won the wild card.
Because then the Astros then was 66-49.
Correct. So back then they weren't gonna. You couldn't play.
So the Braves would have faced either the Reds or the Dodgers.
Right, because back in the old day, you can't face
Your own division.
until the championship series.
Right.
Correct.
Right.
So you would have had Expos, Braves, NLCS.
Probably.
Yeah.
Oh, that was. Woo!
Yeah.
That would have been fun to see. Then the Yankees, the Yankees were like running away with everything in 94. Hold on a minute. Let's click that button. Buck Showalter, the manager, of course. No, there's an asterisk, I would imagine, because of the strike season. I don't know. But Paul O'Neill did win the American League batting title that year.
So, Texas was leading the West with 52 wins? No, can't be.
Hold on.
Let me see that.
52 and 62.
Oh, my God. Wow, that was horrible.
Athletics with 51 and 63, followed by the Mariners of 49 and 63, and the Angels of 47 and 68.
So what it would have been was it would have been the Yankees take care of Texas like they always did, and Cleveland would have played the Sox. No, they couldn't have. Oh, that would have sucked. So it would have been Cleveland. It would have been Yankees would have been screwed.
Yankees had the second. It was Montreal, New York, Atlanta, the White Sox, Cleveland, Cincinnati, Houston, Baltimore.
So what it would have been was it would have been. Oh, that would have been tough for the Yankees. So it would have been Yankees, Indians, first round, White Sox, Rangers. That would have sucked. Imagine playing those guys, the Indians, in the first round of the playoffs.
I don't even know who was on that team back then. Let's go take a peeky.
You had Albert Bell,
Hold on a minute.
Jim Thome, Manny Ramirez, Carlos Baerga,
Hold on. Here we go.
Sandy Alomar Jr.
You had Sandy, the catcher.
Yep.
Paul Sorrento at first. Carlos Baerga at second. Vizquel at short. Thome at third. Bell in left. Lofton in center. Manny Ramirez and Eddie Murray.
Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah. Nah.
They stood ground
Yeah.
all through those years, and they knocked the Yankees off in '97
Well,
after winning
in
96.
'95, in Sorrento, it wasn't the first baseman in '95. Was Jim Thome.
Yeah,
Because Matt Williams played third base
right,
in '95 for the Indians.
right.
Wow. Even their pitchers they had
Yeah, you had
Hershiser, Dennis Martinez, Charles Nagy, right?
hold on a minute. Oh, they're pitchers you're talking about.
Yeah, the pitchers.
The Indians.
Yes, Indians.
In '94, you have Steve Farr, Jack Morris.
Jack Morris?
Yeah. Eric Plunk, Dennis Martinez, Rick Swan, Jason Grimsley, who became a Yankee, if I'm not mistaken. Well, they had Tony Pena was the catcher. Tony Pena was on that team. Candy Maldonado. All right, let's see who the Yankees had that year. The Yankees had some fighters on that team, boy.
You had.
There we go. Catcher, you have Mike Stanley, Don Mattingly, Pat Kelly, Mike Gallego, Wade Boggs, Louis Polonia, Bernie Williams, Paul O'Neill, and Danny Tartable. With Randy Velotti, Jim Leyritz, Derek Jeter's brother-in-law, Gerald Williams, if nobody knew that. Matt Noakes, Darrell Boston, Dave Silvestri, Kevin Elster, Russ Davis, Bob Melvin, Robin Enharn. You had Scott Kamenicki, Rob Murphy, Sterling Hitchcock, Xavier Hernandez, Paul Gibson, Bob Wickman, Mart Hutton, Bob Ojeda, Terry Mulholland, Steve Howe. You had Don Paul, Jimmy Key, Jim Abbott, Jeff Reardon, Greg Harris. Should we reel off the Montreal Expos?
Oh, the Expos are stacked.
Oh yeah, look at the record they had.
You had. I'll tell you, right field was Larry Walker.
Hold on a minute.
Right field was Larry Walker. Right.
You ready for this?
What's that?
Darren Fletcher was your catcher.
Yes.
Cliff Floyd at first.
Yes.
Mike Lansing at second.
Yes.
Will Cordero at short. Sean Berry
at third.
Moises Alou.
Yep.
Marquise Grissom and
Walker.
Larry Walker. Woo! Yep. Baby. Woo, baby.
And their closer was John Wetland.
That's right. And then the Yankees grabbed him after that. Yeah, Ken Hill, Jeff Fasaro, Pedro Martinez, Butch Henry. You had Mel Rojas, John Wetland, Gabe White, Tim Scott, just Lenny Webster, Juan Bell, Rondell White. Yeah, you had a stacked team there. Stacked. Who else? Who else you want to read off? How about those Braves?
Braves are easy. I give you the lineup.
Hold on a minute.
Without you even saying that, I can tell you who it was. I'll tell you who it is.
Just start with the infield. Go ahead.
Okay.
See if you remember.
Okay. First base was the crime dog, Fred McGriff.
You got it.
Second base was Mark Lemke.
You got it.
Shortstop was Jeff Blauser and Rafael Belliard.
Yep.
Okay. Third base was not Chipper Jones. Third base was still Terry Pendleton. Okay. Left field is Ronnie Gant. No, they traded him.
Ryan Klesko.
Oh, it was Ryan Klesko? Okay. Center field, Otis Nixon.
Roberto Kelly.
Center field. Right field was David Justice.
Mm-hmm.
Catcher was Damon Berryhill. Or they're doing with
Lopez.
Javier Lopez.
All right, you were right. Yeah, Lopez is your catcher.
Okay.
The crime dog was at first. Lemke at second. Jeff Blauser at short. Terry was at third. Klesko, Kelly, and Justice in the outfield.
Okay. The pitching staff was easy.
Okay. You had Neon Deion Sanders then.
Well, pitching staff, you had John Smoltz.
You had Maddox Glavin, Avery Smoltz.
Yes.
Kent Merker, Mike Stanton, Mike Bilecki, Steve Bedrosian, Mark Wallers, Greg McMichael, Olson, and Milt Hill.
Okay.
Milt Hill.
Okay.
That had the staff.
Yes.
Neon Dion. He was with the Yankees too.
Yeah.
He was a Brave after the Yankees, or he came to the Yankees after the Braves.
Braves after the Yankees. And then
That's right. Yeah.
And then the following year, he went to the Cincinnati Reds.
And then that was it. He went to football.
Yes. It is now 7:05. We are now in hour number 2. We're talking baseball with Sal Angeletti with his co-host Carl McGlasky. 609-807-2492 is your call-in number. Sal, take it away for hour number 2.
You wanna read your team?
Well, my team?
In '94? What the heck?
Okay, I'll give you my team.
Oh, let's see who they had back in the day.
All right, so
What just happened? My thing just like went on. All right, you had your character. You had Darren Dalton.
Darren Dalton was my catcher.
John Kruk
Was first base. Second base was Mickey Morandini.
Mm-hmm.
Third base was Dave Hollins.
Yep.
Shortstop was Kevin Stocker.
Woo.
Left field was Milt Thompson, Pete Incaviglia.
Right.
Center field was Lenny Dykstra. And right field was Jim Eisenreich and Wes Chamberlain.
Dan, you're good.
My pitching staff, I don't even. The only thing I know from my pitching staff was Kurt Schilling, Danny Jackson. Those are the only two I know. Tommy Green. That's it.
All right.
That's it. That's all I know is those 3.
Hey, Scott, what's going on?
Because Mulholland got traded. Mulholland went somewhere else.
Okay, yeah, Danny Jackson,
Right.
Bobby Munez,
No, Tom.
Schilling, West, Mike Williams, Fernando Valenzuela. Tom Green, you were right.
Okay.
Andy Carter, Heathcliff Slocum.
Okay.
I think he was a Yankee as well. Paul Quintrell, Larry Anderson, Doug Jones.
Okay. And Mitch Williams was our closer, right? Mitchie Williams?
Yeah, Mike Williams, it says.
Oh. Well, I thought it was Mitch Williams, too. I don't know.
Uh,
Those are only 3 stars I knew from the '94 team.
let's see.
Yeah, they were horrible.
Mariano Duncan was on that team.
Yes, he platooned second base with
Randy Reddy
okay.
was on that team.
Oh, Todd Pratt was on there also. Todd Pratt. He was a backup catcher
yep,
to the Dutch.
Yes, he was. With Mike Liebenthal.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'm having fun with this. We're back in the day here. Who else do you want to look at?
I could give you.
Which team do you want?
I could give you.
Should we shoot over to the Dodgers?
I could give you the starting lineup for the '86 Mets.
Starting the line at first base, Will? Keith? Or whatever. No, I'm only kidding. Let's go to the Dodgers.
What, in '94?
Hold on.
I don't know the Dodgers. Dodgers in '94. Oh, I could.
Oh, hold on a minute. What happened? No, still talk.
Okay.
You know.
All right, so.
Hold on. For your Dodgers, then.
All right, for '94, first base was Eric Karros.
And, Mike Piazza.
Mike Piazza behind the plate.
Delano DeShields.
Well, second base.
Jose Offerman.
Okay.
Tim Wallach.
Okay, third base.
Henry Rodriguez in the outfield with Brett Butler and Raul Mondesi.
Okay.
No, that I guess was the father because his son's playing now.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Yes.
Thank you, Monk.
Thank you, sir.
Then you had Corey Schneider, Mitch Webster, Chris Gwynn, Carlson, and there's half of these guys I don't even remember.
No, I don't.
Their pitchers were Ramon Martinez, Tom Candiotti, Kevin Gross, Earl Hershiser, Darren Deerfoot, Chan-Ho Park
Okay.
was still there, Todd Worrell,
Okay.
Roger McDowell. All right, hold on. No, we're not back on YouTube. We're not back on YouTube.
Facebook.
We're
Facebook.
still on Facebook, John. The battery ran out on the thing. Hold on. What other team? This is when the Rockies came into the league, right?
The Rockets came in '93.
Let's take a big look. Because don't forget, a lot of the players went to the Rockies in the draft.
All right, so for 1994 Rockies, this is what I know. Third base was Vinny Castilla.
No.
No.
Okay, hold on. Ready? Catcher was Joe Girardi.
Yeah, I know that. First base,
Andres
Andres Galarraga.
Second base was Nelson Liriano.
Second shortstop was Walt Weiss.
Third base was Charlie Hayes.
Okay.
Your outfield was Eric Young Sr., Mike Kingery, and Dante Bouchette. You had Howard Johnson, Ellis Burks, Vinny Castilla, Roberto Mejia, Trent Hubbard. You had your pitching staff of Greg Harris, David Need, Marvin Freeman. Who else was on that staff? Armando Reynoso. Really didn't know many guys. And the Marlins too, right? They both came on in '93?
Yeah, the Marlins, but yes.
All right. Marlins had some of the other good names. You had Benito Santiago, Brett Barbary, Kurt Abbott, Jeff Conine, Gary Sheffield, Rick Renteria. Let's see. Yeah, David Weathers became a Yankee. Charlie Huff was there. Jay Johnstone. Oh, John Johnstone. I'm sorry. Wow.
All right, so for you Met fans, I'm not a Met fan, but I could give you.
Did we check them yet? No, we didn't.
I could give. No, I could go. I can announce. of all the nine position players for the starting players for the 1988 roster for the New York Mets, I can name 8 of them.
All right. Let's do this here.
Okay.
94 Mets. Todd Hundley. David Segura. Jeff Kent. Jose Vizcaino. The guy that's still paying, Bobby Bonilla. Kevin McReynolds. Ryan Thompson. And Joe Arslack. And Jeremy Burnitz. Fernando Vina. Luis Rivera was on that team. I don't know. You had pitches of Brett Saberhagen, Bobby Jones,
God.
Jason Giacomi, Dwight Gooden was still there, Mike Maddox,
Got it.
John Franco.
Got it.
What?
I got the 9. I know. I can name all 9 of them. I got
From
it.
where?
The 88 Mets. I can name all 9 of them.
Go ahead.
All right, so behind the plate, we had the kid, Gary Carter. First base was Keith Hernandez. Second base was Tim Tuffle.
Mm-hmm.
Shortstop was Kevin Elster.
Mm-hmm.
Third base was Greg Jeffries. Okay, and Howard Johnson, but it was Greg Jeffries. Then left field, we had Kevin McReynolds. Mookie Wilson was in center, and Dale Strawberry was in right. For you Met fans out there, that was the 88 starting 9. And for your pitching staff, you had David Cone, Sid Fernandez, Bobby Ojeda, Dwight Gooden, and Sid Fernandez. So we had Sid Fernandez, David Cone, Sid Fernandez, David Cone, Dwight Gooden, Sid Fernandez, right? Yep. Did I say Sid Fernandez already?
Mm-hmm.
So you had Sid,
What year?
88, starting rotation. So you had Fernandez, David Cone, Dwight Gooden, Bobby Ojeda.
The announcer. Didn't have, what's his name?
What's that?
Ron Darling.
Yeah, Ronnie Darling. Yep, Ronnie Darling. That was the starting 5. And they also had Dodgers. They had 100. They won 100 games, and they also had Dodgers.
Won, I think, 108 that year. Something like that.
I think it was that was in '86. That year they won 100. They were 162. Yeah, that was the 88 Dodgers. I mean 88 Mets.
Where is everybody? Is anybody watching still? Oh, they're worried about what's happening in this crazy world of ours.
Could be.
I'm not even going to comment on it.
Nope.
We don't talk about that here.
Nope. Oh, so
But what I want, all I got to say is, whoever it may be, let's just keep the United States united. Stop with the fighting, the looting, the killings, and this and that. Let this country become what it was after 9/11, and everybody unite and become one. That's all I got to say.
Oh, so for you football fans, I'm sporting the Philadelphia Eagles hat. I did watch the game on Sunday night. That game stunk. It was so hard. It was so bad. They beat Dallas, but that game was so bad. I didn't want to watch the game. It was so bad.
Okay.
The Dallas Eagle game.
Oh, that. Please.
That was a joke. That game was a joke.
I think the Giants are a big joke because they had that game won Monday and lost.
Yeah, they were winning 14-3, and then I found out.
They lost by 2.
Yeah, they lost 25-23. Yeah. Oh, we got sliding microphones here. And also we have, for you NFL fans, So tonight, as I've before we finally went to the studio, I was listening all day. One of those 49ers players tested positive for COVID, so they shut down the facility for today. They're supposed to play tomorrow night against the Packers.
Oh, please.
But they didn't say if they're going to, if the game's postponed.
Well, they didn't. They just say
What's that?
somebody had it.
John Elway got it.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah, John Elway got it. And
Seriously, how all the numbers went up right before the election.
who knows? But
Cares? I don't pay.
who knows if the game's going on for tomorrow night? They didn't say it was canceled. Say if they do lose games because of the spike in the virus, they're now going to add an additional one more team in each conference. So it's going to be 8 teams in the NFC and 8 teams in the AFC.
I don't care. Hard. It's just just let baseball go back to the way it was next year, please. They're not going to know nothing now, but supposedly the NBA is starting like 2 days before Christmas.
Yeah, they're going to
Supposedly.
Yeah, there's about to vote. They're going to vote by Friday and start, like you said, on that Wednesday. No, on that Tuesday will be the start of the NBA season 2 days before Christmas Eve on that Tuesday on the 22nd. NHL.
How come nobody likes calling us on the phone?
They haven't been calling us on the phone. I don't know.
Nobody likes us.
I don't know. Maybe they're into something else. Who knows? But the NHL.
Stop listening to that shit on TV.
The NHL won't be. They already announced they're not having the Winter Classic game this year coming up, and they're not going to have the All-Star game. They're starting after the New Year, so they're going to be starting on maybe the 3rd or 4th of January.
Oh, right near my birthday.
Yeah, so they're going to be starting around
Skull
then.
Devils, make some damn moves.
So they're planning on doing that starting that season.
Henrik Lundqvist to Washington. Woo.
Yeah, but he's going to be a backup to Holtby. That's all.
I don't care.
All right, so what do you want to talk about, Sal? We have another 40 minutes.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Henrik. Don't worry, if you want to drink out of a cup, you could go to Marty Brodor's house. He's got about 3 of them.
All right, so we also have a good big football game this weekend with the number 1 ranked Clemson Tigers 7-0 going to South Bend, Indiana to play the 6-0 Nerding Fighting Irish at 7:30 Saturday night.
That's a good question by John. Thank you. Tony La Russa. Should be interesting.
Well, they're saying, they were talking about it, that he's going to be managing there for a couple of years and grooming. They're saying that maybe
Oh, he's grooming somebody.
Joe McEwing.
Why does that name sound familiar?
He used to play for the Mets.
I was just going to say that.
So they're saying that
He was an infielder.
yes.
No,
So-
wait a minute. Was he?
Yeah, McEwing was an infielder. He was a utility guy. So they're going to be. He's in their.
He's in there grooming.
Yeah. So yeah, he's with the organization. So Tony will be grooming
Well, I could tell you this.
Joe McEwing to be the next manager.
There's people, and I'm going to tell you this now. Say the regular season starts on time in April.
Right.
If the Yankees aren't where they're supposed to be by the All-Star break, Boone is gone, and Showalter's going to go in. You heard it here. That's why Showalter is staying where he is, and why he came back to be an analysis for the Yankees. He will be back in that dugout because he said it himself. Cashman and Boone, their seats are getting a little hotter this year for the upcoming season.
Now, who said that?
Steinbrenner.
Now, why do they Why they fire?
Oh,
Fucking-
Hinch is with the Tigers.
I know that. Yeah, Hinch is with the Tigers. But why all of a
Now
sudden?
you got 5 candidates for the Red Sox. Cora, and then 4 other guys who will be first-year managers, and one's a bench coach for the Yankees, and the others are bench coaches from different teams as well. In my honest opinion, if Cora doesn't go to the Red Sox, why not the Mets? I think he would be a good fit for the Mets. Alex Cora? What do you think? If he doesn't go back to the Red Sox,
Right.
I think he would be a good fit to the Mets.
How much money did they still owe Rojas?
I have no idea. I thought how much did they signed how many years?
That was 3 years.
It don't matter now. There's a new ownership in there.
True.
You don't know who's coming or going.
True.
And then a couple of weeks ago, we had Jay Horowitz on, but he couldn't comment on the new situation was going on now. That you could take those off. If they're annoying you, just get them off of there. There you go. Yeah, check it out.
All right, let's see here. Let me see.
I thought it was 2 years. I thought it was 2.
This stinks.
I don't want to say it, but great job, America. You just got screwed. No, where's there a good place to move to besides Jersey? Alaska?
Why are you saying what I think you're just saying?
Yeah.
It's over?
I'm not saying nothing. I'll show you something.
Yeah, but you need that. If he gets... Hold on.
Well, it don't matter. 6 away.
Hold on here. What am I doing here?
You're on the wires. Be careful. You don't knock anything out.
No, all right, hold on. Because you got this,
Yeah, but don't. Yeah, I understand that, but you see what I'm talking about? All right.
this, that.
Have it. Yeah, but we know.
You know? If it gets this, fight, and it may not happen.
Could you imagine? You know, we're gonna let's just talk about that for a second. I gotta laugh. Could you imagine? And this will be the last time I'm gonna mention this. Could you imagine it ending in a tie, 269 to 269?
Then you'll go by popular vote, right?
Put them in a Hell in a Cell match, WWE style. I want to see that. Yes, John, no politics. No politics. Remember the Roku TV. We're going to be on Roku TV. That's all I care about.
Basically, it's like Switch. Roku TV is like Switch.
All the streaming apps are not really the same. You got Disney Plus, of course. You get all your Star Wars and your Star Wars,
Right.
and your Marvel movies.
Yeah.
HBO Max is another streaming app
Right.
where you got all your DC stuff and
Yeah.
whatever. I watch IMDb. It's called. It's an app. I get to watch Dallas, the Dukes of Hazzard, and all the other great TV shows like that from back in the day. What else? You got so much. You got all these apps, all these streaming devices, cable cable TV. If you remember, I'm a lot older than you. Unfortunately, I'll be 54 in another. What's today? November what?
November 4th.
Tomorrow
You have
is
2
the
months.
5th, and 2 months from tomorrow I'll be 54. I remember cable back in the day was Womeco it was called, and it was a little black box, and you had a couple of channels. Then you had your dish TV,
Right.
and it was only one cable company at the time.
Right.
And I remember having it, and it was started the Yes Network because the had just come out,
Right.
and was it Cablevision? I can't remember. I think it was Cablevision. And once they got rid of the Yankee channel, everybody was fleeing. It wasn't Best Buy. It was the Wiz.
Okay.
The Wiz was a big electronics store back in the day. So we all ran to the Wiz, returned, and they were asking, "Why are you returning the cable?" And I had the hot box back then, and they couldn't detect it because nothing was digital back then. And I was watching all the WWE pay-per-views for nothing.
I did too.
And you had the hot box, and it wasn't detected back then because it wasn't digital. So you paid whatever for the box,
Yeah.
and you got what you wanted. Okay.
Sure.
Why you're returning the box? We're not getting the Yankee channel. We wanted to see the Yankee games. And then and they got it, but they were charging you, so that's when everybody was getting all the other stuff. So and it's come along. Then you have Verizon Fios come along. Then Cablevision smartened up and got the digital, and they could detect. And you had to get a card for this, and then you had to get the. It was crazy. So all these major conglomerates. Then the cell phones went out of control.
Correct.
They had all these companies. Verizon. Verizon was going by your credit score in order to get a phone. The guy was telling me $1,000. Yeah, so go see where you got to go, I told him. Then you had only Verizon and Sprint at the time. Then Metro PCS came along. I got that because there's no contract. I got it back, actually. No contract, and I'm paying $60 a month for everything. How could you beat that?
No, you can't. Alrighty, guys. I'll be back in 2 minutes. Sal will take you solo until I come back. Nature calls.
Yeah, and John is right. I mean, we had all these great baseball shows. You had Monday Night Baseball.
Yeah.
You had You had the Game of the Week. You had what else? NBC had games on. ABC had games. And the Yankees, of course, it was still Channel 11. Then went to CBS, back to Channel 11. I think WOR for a while was the Mets. Then the Mets went to Channel 11. And then everything went to WF. The Mets were on FAN. The Yankees was still on 77 ABC. Then that switched. And then the Yankees took over WFAN radio as their channel, along with the Devils and I think Giants, I believe. And then you had Johnny Bench had his own show, the Baseball Bunch, if anybody remembers that. And we had, This Week in Baseball with Mel Allen. Hello, folks. This is Mel Allen. Welcome to This Week in Baseball. And you had, the Monday night game of the week, if anybody remembers, in '79 when Thurman Munson passed away, and the Yankees-Orioles game was on TV that night. And Bobby Mercer hit the game-winning, I believe, home run or hit to win that game. A very emotional game because Bobby Mercer and Thurman were very close friends, along with Lou Piniella. And imagine if imagine if Thurman did not pass away. What would he have seen his very first World Series? And you can catch all those classic games on the Yes Network. The Yankees call it Yankee Classics, which there are a lot of. And then, of course, other teams got to copy what the Yankees do and start their own network and have their own classics. So I'm not sure, John. I don't know if you know this. Does Steve Cohen have SNY as part of the deal for the Mets? How old were you in '70? Were you around in '79?
Nope.
All right. We were talking about how ABC Channel 7 used to have the games of the week on baseball. We were talking about the Thurman Munson game. It was a Monday night game against the Orioles, and Bobby Mercer hit the game-winning hit, I believe, which was a home run of that game. A very emotional game.
Now, I was born in January of '80. I'll be 71. Not 71. I'll be 41 in.
You 71? You got
yeah, I'm 71. But
something like me last time.
Yeah, I'll be 41 at the end of January.
Damn, I got 13 years on you.
Yes, you do.
Shit. That make me feel young. Thank you. Cohen got everything. Thank you, John. Cohen got everything.
Yeah, I'm a good-looking 40-year-old.
Easy there, Tiger.
Yeah, that's what they say.
How's everything going, by the way?
Good.
How's she doing?
She's doing good. She's
Good.
doing good.
She watches the show?
She does. She's still waiting for the gift certificate.
I know. We got to go get it.
Go.
You got to remind me because I forget what I did yesterday. I know I ate with the guys.
I'll remind you next week. I'll remind you next week that after the show.
This week's going to be beautiful out. Well, you know what we'll do? When are you off?
I'm not off.
You're never off.
No.
You're off the wall.
Yeah, I'm off the wall.
You're off you're with me. You got to be off the wall if you're sitting here with me. And thank you very much. You've been here for over a year now.
Okay, you're welcome.
And January's our 2-year anniversary.
Yes.
And last year we had a good party. We had people from the Miracle League were up here. Everybody.
Yes.
So I think year 2 we should go out with a bang.
Okay.
I think we should make it bigger.
Okay.
Let's go bigger.
Okay.
Our year 2 anniversary. I'm still trying to get in touch with Parks Casino, and I think the only way to do it is if we go there.
Yes, that's correct.
So we got to take a ride down to Parks Casino at the sports bar.
Yes.
Or the sports book, whatever is in there. I got in touch with them. Can we do the show? Can we do?
Yes.
Year 2, look, we might be on Roku TV by then.
Yes.
And we can do this big. I mean, simulcast on TV, Facebook Live, and we'll have we'll have a lot of fun. We got to take it on the road. Let's take it on the run,
Yes.
baby.
So what you were saying about the gift card now for friendlies?
Yeah, we'll go. Hopefully, they're not out of business.
No, that's Chris was reading something about it last night. It's not.
Okay, so we're safe.
Yeah, they're safe. Yeah, they're
Okay, this is what we'll do. We'll all go out there to eat.
Okay.
Have mom, your brother, your girl.
Okay, no problem.
We'll go with it. We'll go say hello to what's his name again? I'm bad with names.
Was it Glenn?
Who's the owner of Fran?
I thought it's Glenn, isn't it?
Oh, hold on. Hey, Gino. Who? Leo? Lou?
No,
Who?
it's Len. It's Len.
Who's the owner of Friendlies again?
Oh,
Lee.
They.
I knew it was
that's
someone
what-
to know.
Yeah, they.
Lee.
Yeah, Lee.
Lee.
Okay,
Lee Perley.
Lee.
Yeah. Go to Friendlies and support Friendlies. Go say hello to Lee from us. Tell him you heard
Yes,
you heard it on
so-
Talking
So
Baseball.
I
with
heard
Sal
that.
Angeletti.
I heard that they're safe. They're still.
Oh, they are safe here. Okay.
They're still open. They're still open.
They're still open.
Yeah. It didn't file nothing. It's
All right.
they filed, but they're. Hold on here.
It's crazy what's going on here.
Yeah, hold on here.
Say so. Give a shout out to her if she's watching. Say hello. I love putting Cole on the spot, folks. Haven't you noticed that? That's why he's got the mask on, because he's blood. He's as dark as his shirt right now. Oh man, this show could go anywhere at once. This, I love going off the track here.
Yeah, sure, why not? Hold on here, let me look on this thing.
Steve Cohen got everything, man. That's great. So they put the Wilpons on the DF. What was it? What's the list called?
What's that?
What the Wilpons? What did they do? They got the
DFA, designated for...
They got designated for assignment.
DFA, designated for assignment.
It's funny because when I used to work at City, before City Field was built, I was working at Shea doing security.
Garbage. I got no service.
And I was always at the. Somebody just bought something in the machine. If you can't tell, the building is shaking.
Somebody did.
So
I got no service in here. I'm done.
All right, so that just screwed me up. And I used to work Gate C, but Gate C was next to the VIP entrance.
Right.
I've met a lot of famous people. I've met Blackie Lawless, who was a singer.
Okay.
For a band called Wasp.
Okay.
Blackie was going because Mike Piazza is a big heavy metal fan.
Yes. Yes.
And I used to see Blackie come to games.
Right.
The weather guy from Channel 7, Sam Champion. I met a lot of famous people working at the stadium, like I did at MSG. And it was great working at Shea. And I was there when they, in 2000, what did they lose to St. Louis in 08?
06.
06 when Beltran struck out? The bases loaded?
Yes.
I worked that game. And who did Bobby Mercer get traded for in 1975?
Don't know.
Oh, hold on.
I don't know nothing.
I know the Yankees did a lot of trades with Oakland and Kansas City. Was it with Kansas City, John? Had to be with Kansas City, Oakland. Oh, damn. 75. The Yankees were still playing. Yankees played at 75 and 76 at Shea because they were redoing the stadium over. Oh. Oh. Can I get a hint?
Piece of me, I don't know.
Is there a party going on out there?
Yeah, something's going on. Something's going on out there. I don't know what, but something's going on out there.
Who did Bobby Mercer get traded for in 75?
Don't know. I don't
I
know.
give up.
I don't know the answer. Not my waveform.
I know Mercer wasn't a Yankee at the start. NL team. NL. An NL team. Who did Mercer play for in the NL? Cubs? No. Yeah, I give up, John. He got me on that one. An NL team.
The Giants? I don't know.
Wait a minute.
Giants. I'll say Giants.
You're right. I think it was the Giants.
San Francisco Giants, I think.
Yes. Bobby Bonds. That's right. That had his dad on the Yankees. I forgot about that. You're right with San Francisco. I just couldn't think of the name. Bonds. That's right. That's the Yankees went on somewhat of a drought then, and won 77 and 78, then went on a drought. Strike season in 81. I was at the playoff game at the stadium against the Brewers. They lost to the Dodgers that year, and they didn't make it back until 96. Well, they made the playoffs in 95. They lost to the Mariners. They became the first wild card that year. It was the last game of this. They beat the Blue Jays that game. I remember Mattingly hitting his fist into the turf. Pat Kelly was at second base. I remember that. I just remember the call against the Mariners. Well, and Gary Thorne called the Mattingly home run. Oh, hold on to your seats. Or hold on to your hats or whatever. Mercer was then shipped to the Cubs by San Francisco 2 years later. Yeah, Bobby traveled. Now, it's funny, if you look, the Yankees did a lot of moves with the Royals and A's. Pinella was one. Sweet Lou. Roy White was good. Pinella, White, Mercer, Mick the Quick, Oscar Gamble, Reggie Jackson. That was some ball players there. And Willie Randolph at second, Bucky Dent. Then Randolph got hurt. You had no, was it Randolph that got hurt? And you had what's his name at second? Third base was the vacuum Greg Nettles. Robbed the Dodgers both years. Lasorda couldn't believe it. Chambliss was your first baseman.
And then Nettles goes to the Padres.
Nettles went to the Padres with Goose Gossage.
Garvey went to the Padres too.
Garvey went. Yeah, they lost to the Tigers in the World Series.
Yep.
He don't want to walk you.
That Tiger team was stacked. That Tiger team was
didn't want to walk Kirk Gibson.
Nope.
And who was their manager again? Who was the Tigers manager?
Dick Williams.
No, not the Tigers. No, he wasn't.
No, Sparky Anderson. No, but Dick Williams was the coach.
And he turned around to Gibson and he was like, "They don't want to walk you." Sparky Anderson couldn't fathom that they didn't want to walk this guy intentionally to load but they pitched to him.
No, Dick Williams wanted to walk him, but Goose said no.
And he killed him.
Yeah.
How many times did he hit a home run off of Gossage? That's like George Brett. George Brett owned Gossage. The Pine Tar game. Nailed that home run. And then they did the measurement at the plate and everybody. And Nettles had to hold them back from killing the umpire.
Yeah.
And they lost anyway. So when they made that game up, the Pine Tar game, guess who the Yankee center fielder was that day? Ron Guidry. Ron Guidry was the center fielder in that game. Now, a lot of Yankee fans don't know this, probably, but I do. Yankees used to play an exhibition game in Gators' hometown in the Dome. So every year they used to go play in the Dome there in New Orleans. And Guidry used to pitch.
Nice.
Just in his hometown. It was nice how they did the field for baseball then. But it was great. It's super. Thanks for asking.
Yeah, that 84 Tiger team was stacked.
Yeah.
They were stacked.
Tigers always had a good team. Baltimore back then had a good team.
Well, after 1987, Detroit faded.
Who's that?
After 1987, the Tigers, they faded.
Okay, which team do you want me to look up? What year?
Look, that was the final year the Tigers made the playoffs until 2006 against the
So what year are the
Cardinals.
Tigers you want me to look up?
1987.
He made the rooster. He made the. You ready? You ready?
Sure.
Doyle Alexander, Mike Henneman, Willie Hernandez, Brian Kelly, Eric King, Morris Madden, Jack Morris, Dickie Knowles, Dan Petrie, Jeff Robinson, Nate Snell. This is related to Blake. Frank Tanana, Walt Terrell, and Mark Thurman.
Now listen. Now I got this.
Mike Heath, Dwight Lowry, Orlando Mercado, Matt Noakes, who became a Yankee not too far after that. Matt Noakes, who caught
Jim Abbott's no.
Jim Abbott's no-hitter.
Now listen to this. Now, the first guy, Grover. When it was Alexander. What was his first name?
Doyle.
Alexander. Okay,
Yep.
so listen to
Great
this.
pitcher, yep.
Listen to this. So Doyle. Okay, fans. Here's a trivia question. Okay, we'll give you until the end of next week's show to think about it. No Google. No looking it up. You have until next week, 1 week from tonight. We'll give you until 7:30. So you have the last 10 minutes of tonight's show, and you have a full hour and a half of next week's show. If you could answer this question, who did Detroit trade with the Atlanta Braves to get Doyle Alexander? So Doyle Alexander pitched that year for the Braves.
It's funny because John just mentioned it.
And who did the Tigers trade Atlanta so the Braves?
Apparently, John said it was the worst trade the Tigers
Yes.
made.
So the Tigers got Dover Alexander, and the Braves got
somebody. Okay.
Give me the name. Give us a name for next week's show, and we will give you a prize. Okay?
All right. Let's finish this here.
That is the worst trade ever.
Hey, you had your infielders: Doug Baker, Dave Bregman, Tom Bookins, Donnell Coles, Darrell Evans, Jim Morrison, Alan Trammell, Jim Wallawander, and Lou Whitaker. Bill Bean, Kurt Gibson, John Grubb, Larry Herndon, Chet Lemon, Scott Lonsder, Pat Sheridan, Tim Tomlin, and whoever. John's got the answer.
I know he's got the answer. I know the answer.
How about we go to,
John knows the answer.
before we get off the air,
Right.
let's do the 84 team.
84 Tigers?
You ready?
Yeah, sure.
Glenn Abbott, Doug Blair, Juan Berenger, Willie Hernandez, Jack Morris, Randy O'Neill, Dan Petrie, Mitt Wilcox, Roger Mason. Lance Parrish was your catcher.
Yep.
With Marty Castillo, Dwight Lowry, Doug Baker, Dave Bregman. Howard Johnson was on that team. Alan Trammell, Lou Whitaker. Gibson was still there. Rupert Jones, Darrell Evans, Rod Allen, Nelson Simmons, Rusty. Yeah, well. The Braves got a 19-year-old kid.
Yeah, it's the worst trade ever. Worst trade ever.
You think that was the worst trade ever? Or were there other worst trades in baseball?
Well, that's one of them.
Let's see. What do we got? 9 minutes?
9 minutes.
Okay, hold on. Worst trades in baseball history. The 10 worst trades in baseball history. There we go. 10. Giants trade pitchers Joe Nathan, Francisco Lariano for A.J. Przinsky. Remember that?
Yeah, I remember that one.
All right. 9. Orioles trade Kurt Schilling, Pete Harvish, and Steve Finley for Glenn Davis.
Yeah, the Astros. And then the Astros and Phillies traded Schilling. Schilling went from Houston to the Phillies.
Number 8. Mariners get rid of Randy Johnson for multiple young studs. 7. Mariners ship Jason Varitek and Derek Lowe to the Boston Red Sox.
Who was that? The Mariners?
Mariners. Varitek and Derek Lowe to Boston.
Now listen to this. Now for
In 1997, the Mariners thought they would be a great idea to trade pitcher Derek Lowe and Jason Varitek to the Red Sox for closer Heathcliff Slocum.
no. Now listen to this. What made no sense was, right? So the Mariners traded the big unit to the Astros in 1988. No, sorry, 1998. Okay? So the big unit goes there, second half of the season. They go to the playoffs. They get eliminated in the first round of the playoffs. The following all season, he signs with the Diamondbacks. So
He was a Yankee, too, for a while.
but that was at the end.
Number 6 worst trade in baseball. A's traded Mark McGwire to the Cardinals for nothing, really.
Well, McGuire was getting up there, you know?
The Red Sox let Bagwell go for Larry Anderson.
That was stupid.
Tigers. Jones Smoltz for Doyle Alexander. There's your answer.
Yeah, of course. Well, that's already.
Well, I knew Smoltz was on the Tigers.
Yeah. Well, then we can. That.
Number 3. Rangers trade Sammy Sosa to the White Sox for Harold Baines. Randy Johnson to the Mariners for Mark Langston and Mike Campbell. That's the one you just said, I think. And, of course, we all know what the number 1 bad trade is. Babe Ruth going to the Yankees for cash.
All right, so fans, next week we will give you a new.
This town needs an enema.
So next week, fans, we will give you a new trivia question, and you would give us the answer with an hour and a half of leeway, and then Sal will have a week to just figure out what would the prize be for the lucky winner.
Close your eyes. What do you see? Nothing. No more.
And then, so we will give the question. Sal will give the question within the first 10 minutes of next week's show. So about 6:10 next Wednesday night, fans, Sal will ask you a trivia question, and you will have an hour and a half to give us the answer. And if you do, you will win a prize of Sal's choosing.
Yeah. All right. Before we get off the air, my friends down in the Freehold, Howell, Jackson, Marlboro, whatever area, go to Vingelina's Italian-American Market, located at 3338 Route 9 South in Freehold, New Jersey. Vingelinas.com. It's old school.
Old school.
Old school style. Take it home, buddy.
All right, so we want to thank everybody in the back room. Monk, Gene, Ruben. Without them doing what they're doing, we can't be here every week. And we want to say thanks to our local viewer every week, John Gonzalez from the Sports Authority.
Yes, we want to thank John and everybody else watching. Even give a big shout out to all our co-hosts, Matt Sirianni, Danny Barrasso, and of course the original Fab Four, which is us. Give a big shout out to Andrew and everybody listening and watching. Go ahead.
All right, so we are here next Wednesday night, St. Bat time, St. Bat channel from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. next Wednesday night. Until then, I will see you then. Sal, take it home.
And always, New Jersey, stay classy. Good night. See you next week. Have a safe week. Good night, sweet darling. Stay classy with a little sassy.